Hey everybody, Vector from Barefoot Bushcraft again here today. I've just been doing a bit of a clean-up and I ended up finding this bit of sandstone here. It's an offcut from the very first video I ever made, or slideshow technically, but I made this for my nephew a while ago now as a Christmas present. But I figured, if I can pick it up, there we go, figured I'd take this opportunity to show you how to turn this thing into one of these, a sandstone Ying Yang magnet. Remember to keep the offcuts because you can also do stuff like this. This is actually engraved, it's sort of hard to tell on camera. But as I've said before, the Ying Yang is quite a good thing to start with because it's got a bit of curves and it's a good way to test your skills really. So, the very first thing is I'll tell you what you're going to need, just random order here. Sandpaper, always need a bit of sandpaper. Crazy strong magnet here. The thing I use to make the circles is actually a Master Foods lid, so I'll use that, and then the inner circle is a 20-cent piece. So you can use any sort of slightly smaller sort of circles. And permanent marker, just to mark out the lines. And also I'll be using primarily this big wheel. I think this is the only wheel I'll actually be using for this project. And I'll also be using, whoops, they're all getting away on me. I've got 3 different sort of sizes of ball burrs here. I'll be using all of them in different sort of ways and fashions. And I've also got this sort of just pointy burr. And that's just basically to round off the edges. So without further ado, let's get into marking this out, eh? Rightio, I've just come down to the beach to do this little bit of sanding. It's been a while since I've shown you this technique, but I figured I'd share with you once again my 100% guaranteed to work, world famous sanding technique. No sandpaper required. Now the very first thing you do is mound up a bit of sand like that, get whatever it is you want to be sanding, and then give it a good old work around, rub it all in, and before you know it, there we go. Smooth as a very smooth thing. Okie dokie. Once you're done, you should have something that looks kind of like this. I've used permanent marker to do the black on this one. On the wooden ones I always burn into black, but can't really burn stone, you know, so permanent marker is the way to go. And these two pieces here, these are actually offcuts from my offcut. I might turn this one into like a Zelda Triforce or maybe a Superman symbol or something. And this one here is big enough to get another sort of circular magnet out of if I wanted to. Well, before I forget, there is one more thing I should mention. I did forget to mention a couple of things at the start that you'll need, like the stone glaze and the epoxy glue. So if you check the description down below, I'll put a full list of all the stuff that you'll need, and I'll also try to find a couple of eBay links for you too. Anyway, enough talk about that. Time for the final test. Will it stick? I'd say yes. Anyway, thanks for watching everybody, and I'll catch you on the next one. There's a little doggy over there.